Iran declines direct nuclear talks with Trump, but open to indirect negotiations. Tehran has dismissed the possibility of direct discussions with the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump regarding its nuclear program, while expressing openness to indirect negotiations. Meanwhile, Trump has warned of potential military action and economic penalties if no agreement is reached.
Iranian drones are attacking and killing Ukrainians every day. Why aren't you doing something about that?
Well, we're going to see what happens with that. I'm getting reports on that, and we're looking at a report. You're right. They make a lot of drones. Iran makes a lot of drones. They make very effective drones, too. They do very effectively at some things, but Iran is very high on my list of things to watch. And as you probably know, I sent them a letter just recently, and I said, you're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. And we're going to either have to talk and talk it out, or very bad things are going to happen to Iran. And I don't want that to happen. And I don't say this through strength or weakness. My big preference is we work it out with Iran. But if we don't work it out, bad things are going to happen to Iran.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian confirmed during a cabinet meeting in Tehran that a response to Trump's recent letter was sent via Oman, rejecting direct engagement, but leaving room for mediated talks. We are not opposed to negotiations in principle, but the U.S. must first rectify its past wrongdoings and restore trust, Pezeshkian stated, as reported by the ISNA news agency. Amid rising tensions, Trump declared in an interview with NBC that failure to secure a deal could result in bombings or the reimposition of secondary sanctions. If they don't reach an agreement, there will be bombing, he said. There's also a possibility of bringing back secondary tariffs, like before. Barbara Slavin, an expert at the Stimson Center and a lecturer at George Washington University, noted that Iran has valid reasons to distrust Trump, given his decision to withdraw from a previous nuclear deal. While Trump has hinted at lifting sanctions if nuclear and regional issues are resolved, doubts remain about his ability to finalize an agreement. The Iranians are more concerned about the economic impact of sanctions than military threats. The country is facing severe inflation, unemployment, and a depreciating currency, Slavin explained. She also pointed out that the U.S. has positioned additional bombers in Diego Garcia and deployed another aircraft carrier to the region, signaling potential military action if diplomacy fails. In March, Trump reportedly sent a letter to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, demanding new negotiations or warning of military consequences. Khamenei rejected direct talks, insisting that any dialogue should occur through intermediaries. During his first presidency, Trump withdrew from the 2015 nuclear agreement, which had imposed strict limits on Iran's nuclear activities in exchange for sanctions relief. Following the U.S. exit from the deal in 2018 and the reinstatement of sanctions, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, reported that Iran had accumulated enough fissile material for multiple nuclear weapons, but had not taken steps to build one. Iran maintains that its nuclear program is strictly for civilian purposes. Economic challenges in Iran, exacerbated by sanctions, have fueled speculation that diplomatic progress with Washington is essential for any meaningful relief. Kamal Karazi, an advisor to Khamenei, affirmed that while Tehran has not entirely ruled out negotiations, indirect talks remain the preferred approach. Iran is open to mediated discussions with the U.S. to assess their position, present its own terms, and make an informed decision, Karazi said via state media. Iran.